Welcome to the Stuff and Fangs Halloween special.
I'll get you, my pretty.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Stuff and Things 2025 Halloween special. I am Sam. Happy Halloween everybody. Joining me for this spooktacular episode is Stefan.
How are you, buddy?
Do you know what? Of all the spooky creatures, I think a werewolf suits you.
Because the hair and beard are a mess, or just because I'm covered in fur?
I love the fact that you are so downtrodden, my friend, that you stumbled there because you were looking for the insult in what I said.
I was like, wait, what's he done? There's a reason.
Yeah,
There's a reason.
You were so... I mean, I think that's a burning indictment of me as a friend, that clearly I say something to you and you're like, oh, okay, that insulted me. I don't know how, but that was definitely an insult. No, I just... You hit the howl quite well, and I don't think you're a zombie. I don't see you as a vampire. Werewolf works.
That works.
Bit of
See,
Teen
it's
Wolf.
because it's one of my favourite jokes that my children are absolutely sick of.
Oh, well, mate, if you got a joke, you got to tell it now.
Every time there's a full moon, one of the children will point out, oh, full moon tonight.
Yeah.
And every time, without fail, I always reply with, oh, do you know I used to be a werewolf? But I'm alright now. And every time I get halfway through it, they go, oh.
That you
we've set
have
him up.
reached peak dad level.
Yes.
I'm proud. I am very proud of you. That is... I feel like my work here is done.
Everyone who did just laugh to that, feel free to steal that joke. If you didn't laugh, take a look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself why that wasn't funny.
So, this is the Halloween special. Now, we've been doing... So, since we sort of relaunched the show, Stuff and Things 2.0, we've been doing different topics every week, and we were... both of us sort of trying to throw out ideas at different times, like, oh, we could do a show on this, we could do a show on that, and just gradually sort of working our way through the list of ideas. And we've had a few listeners sending in ideas now as well, which is kind of cool.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah, so yeah, if you do ever... Oh, speaking of listeners sending in stuff,
Uh-oh.
yeah, we had a parcel arrive to podcast head office, which is a thing. There is an address to send actual fan mail to, but please do not show up there because we're not there.
Yeah.
But there is an address to do such a thing. So if you ever want to send something, then please do get in touch. I'll let you have that. But some time ago, and it was some time ago, me and you had a conversation about different merchandise for the podcast.
Yes.
And various people like, oh, okay, if you do a mug, I'd love to have a mug, and so we did that. And the beanie hats were the one. Like beanie hats, just like people.
They
love
were
them.
awesome. Oh, they are awesome.
T-shirts, stuff like that. So we've always kind of like, people have been interested. We've done it, sent out, and me and you were kind of thinking, oh, different ideas, designs. And one of the ideas you had ages and ages and ages ago was like an American football style jersey. With like Stuff and Things podcast on it, but with like our names on the back sort of thing.
Yeah.
And we've been sent prototypes by a company that have basically said if we want to sell these, they'll do it and they'll pay us like a little bit. And they've arrived today.
Oh, mate, the excitement.
Yeah. So these are people who listen to the show. I don't remember us talking about it, but apparently we were doing a show and me and you went off on a tangent, which I do believe.
Yeah, that happens.
And we talked about like different things and you'd said it then. And I said, yeah, we talked about that, but you know, it's finding the right ones. Da, 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 da. Anyway, like back to the show and we kind of just left it. Anyway, they heard that show, took it upon themselves and they've sent us through. Sent us through them. I'm actually wearing mine now.
Now, I have had a few favourite listeners over the years.
This one could be your new one.
These could be the new one.
Yeah. Well, I will give you the details after the show, but I'm guessing you're listening, and thank you for listening, and thank you very much for this. I will. Well, yeah, we will discuss what our next steps are. But
I have an idea. I have a vision in my mind of what it needs to look like, and now I'm really curious.
See, now that's dangerous though, because like you got this idea in your head, and it's not that, you're going to be disappointed.
But it could be so much better.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, okay, that's positive. I like that. Okay, be positive, man. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Always.
So so thank you for that. Amazing. Thank you to everybody who always messages in and stuff, by the way. I know I say it sort of, yeah, thank you, but I do mean it. Like, it is kind of funny. We did a show not that long ago about Harry Potter. It was episode 9, which we dubbed episode 9 and 3/4.
Yep.
And so ever since we sort of redid this, we've been sort of hovering around a certain level of listenership and interactions and stuff. That show kind of exploded. And I have just over 600 emails, which I have yet to open, all about that show.
I mean, that could be a lot of very unhappy people. Could be a lot of very happy people.
Typically, what I find is when people are happy, we get 5 to 10 emails. When people are unhappy, it's in the hundreds to thousands.
Ah.
So, yeah, that'll be fun. That's the main reason why. That's the main reason why I've not opened them yet, to be honest. Because, yeah, we'll see. It could be fun. But the Halloween special.
Yes, here we go.
We are here. This was a topic suggested by yourself. So would you like to kind of explain the idea behind it, and then we'll dive into it?
Okay, so yeah, I was thinking to myself, and then I messaged you, and you agreed to this, right? So it's fine.
I was
literally
clarify.
laying in bed one night. I was laying in bed, and I was thinking to myself about the Halloween stuff coming up.
Yeah.
And I had just been watching the Marvel Zombies
Yeah.
show, and I thought to myself, I was like, that is a universe where I don't reckon I'd last that long.
No.
And then I started thinking, I was like, actually, The Walking Dead, I would probably be more at threat from people than I would be zombies.
Yeah.
The George Romero ones back at the beginning, very stumbling, slow kind of zombies. I'm like, yeah, I could survive that. And then my brain went, oh, World War Z, now I'm out. I'm done. Nope. And I was like, I wonder how many different, mostly zombie, but there's a few other films out there I'd be curious about as well.
Yeah.
How long would I survive in these worlds?
Yeah.
And it's so easy to say, like, World War Z, yeah, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
Not doing that, I'm done. How difficult would it actually be to be in that situation?
Yeah. So
To actually be like, nah, I'm out. Because it's not that easy.
So we discussed like a long time ago when this podcast started. It was a Walking Dead only show.
Yeah.
Hence the name Stuff and Things, thanks to Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln. And what was kind of fascinating is we had conversations back then, me and you, and previous to me and you, me and Alfie, is one of the things that drew me into The Walking Dead was it felt like real people in this unreal situation. So it was like, oh, how would I react to this? And you were constantly putting yourself in that mindset of like, how would I cope with that? How would I deal with this? How would I deal with that? And the show kind of moved away from that for me. At some point, I guess, longevity, it becomes harder to get there, and then it felt different. But that initial seasons 1 and 2, if you like, the Frank Darabont seasons, had me hooked in on that basis.
Yeah.
So it's a conversation we've had like a number of times in the thing. And one of the things in that season 1 of The Walking Dead is Rick Grimes comes across a farmhouse at one point, and the guy has literally looked around at the world, seen the dead are walking the earth, and has killed himself, and he's written he opted out. And that's the kind of terminology we're using here of like, yeah, this is horrific. There's no way I'm going to be able to live through this. Make that decision.
Yep.
But what is interesting, of course, and it's where your mind went. And by the way, your late night 2 a.m. bewilderment fever dream is now a full podcast, so you should be very proud of yourself.
I am proud of this. Yep.
But it's like there's like in real, like, so if we're trying to treat this as reality, we're trying to treat this seriously, not as a kind of like, well, you know, I just find all the guns and I'd win, wouldn't I? You know, you're not trying to be all. But you got families, got people you care about, people you want to protect. So if
That's
you're
where it then starts to go a bit like, oh damn.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because like you look at some of the films. I mean, I've read a few. I don't have the names to name check them, unfortunately, but I read a few books like post-apocalyptic, where it's like a plague, people are infected, so it's not the kind of traditional zombie.
Yeah.
But still, you know, plague on Earth, that kind of thing. So it's kind of interesting where you're then in this kind of what do you do? What is your decision process? But in these books, there's always this running theme of there's always someone who makes the decision, we're not surviving here, we're either going to starve to death or be eaten.
Yeah.
It's actually better to turn the gun on ourselves than face either of those things. So, as much as I love our shows to be light and fun, I feel like get this bit out of the way first before we become light and fun. I'm not sure in real life, like in real kind of, it is impossible, I think, to put yourself in that situation until you are in that situation.
Yeah. Oh, completely, because you could have made the decision as a family or whatever.
Yeah.
As a couple, as a family, whatever, like, oh my God, look out the window.
Yeah.
There's nothing good.
Yeah.
Like, we could be up here for a few days, but then you're out of food, you're out of water, drink. And you look out the window and you go, yeah, we're not getting anything ever again. That's it, we're done.
Yeah.
Until you're in that situation, what do you do?
So the only real life experience you can draw on, which is kind of funny, and this is where we come back to it being lighter, is everyone listening to this not that long ago went through a global pandemic. And no, that's not zombies, that's not an apocalyptic event, but we did have this weird thing happen, which still makes me kind of, I don't know, shocked, but at the same time not shocked. And that is, whenever you watched any of these series, any of these apocalyptic things, like This Has Happened, The Dead Have Risen, one of the things I've always thought was far-fetched was how quickly society would crumble. And then I watched people literally having fist fights
over
toilet
loo
roll. Yeah. And you're like, oh wow, okay. Like, there was no shortage. Just someone said online, oh, there might be a shortage. And next thing you know, you got basically a constant run on, I need 4,000 loo rolls because if I'm going to be locked in my house, there's a lot of shitting and pissing going on.
Yeah, oh my God, we might run out of loo roll. Really? Well, I don't know, but it might happen.
But like, also, you think to like, and this isn't a criticism, by the way, because at that time, science was trying to catch up. So what was happening is like they were trying to work things out in real time, so their advice was constantly changing. But do you remember right at the very start, it was like, okay, you get a delivery to your house, you wipe it down. Like, you go shopping, everything needs to be wiped down, everything needs to be kind of clean.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was like a couple of weeks before they said, okay, we've now looked at this and it's okay. But do you
have
remember,
an Amazon parcel, leave it on your doorstep for at
Yeah.
least 24 hours.
Yeah, leave it on the doorstep, wait, bring it in with gloves, wash your hands while singing happy birthday to yourself so you know you've done it enough times.
Twice. Sing happy birthday twice. Yeah.
Then there was the whole kind of like, okay, cats and dogs going outside can bring the virus back on their fur, so when they come back in the house you need to do this, you need to do that, and that, again, that only lasted a couple of weeks. But, you know, all these things were like terrifying people.
Yeah.
I remember the one about, drainage water and stuff, the virus can be in that. So, like, don't, like, I mean, it's just like mad. Like, don't leave your toilet seat up, leave it closed, because the virus could get in. It's like, you think about it now and you're like, this is mental. But
Yeah.
when there was that amount of panic going on and like all this crazy ass advice is coming from left, right, and centre, it's like, oh wow, okay, well, do I want to be the one that doesn't listen and cops for it? Okay, I better do that. And then of course the advice changes, and you're like, God, I felt stupid that I was doing that.
Yeah, I can't believe I actually had to do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's the way it goes. So if you think to like, you take this now, a comedy, Shaun of the Dead, right?
Yep.
The funniest thing about Shaun of the Dead for me is you get this, as society is falling, it's televised. So you get a BBC News reporter literally saying, it appears the dead has risen, and the only way to stop them is to sever the head or destroy the brain. And he says, I can't believe I'm saying this on TV, but this is the only way you can stop them. And it's just like, you're watching that, and it's a comedy, it's a brilliant film.
It is one of the best. I do love that film.
Oh, it's the Cornetto trilogy. Well, two of them I really like. World's End's weird, but yeah. So I like the whole kind of the idea that you'd get this kind of advice, like, okay, the dead have risen. We don't really know what they want, so just stay out of their way for a while, and we'll work. You know what I mean? Like the advice would be mental, like initially.
God, yeah.
Like we're not sure if they're okay or not. Like we're not sure if. Like, it's people who have been bitten and they're turning, or if it's an illness and everyone's, or if just anyone who dies is going to turn. Like, so you go through that and, like, what that would be, and that would just be crazy, trying to keep up with all that. But you bringing this back to kind of land it where we were, which is, there would be, depending on what world you're in, and what you're facing, is very, very different. But at the same time, very real threats, because you go back to that Walking Dead Season 1, Season 2. The dead are the threat at that point. And the way they built that and the way they did it, and obviously as the survivors went on in time, they became lesser threats. They learned more about how to deal with them. But it was just...
I remember them being like at the RV and stuff.
Yeah.
And one of them's really ill. And like we're watching it like, get rid of her. You're all in trouble.
Yeah.
Get rid of her. And then she turns and it's like, da-da, I told you.
Yeah. I mean, that was my favourite thing about Fear the Walking Dead. Like the first few episodes, the fact that everyone watching knew what was coming. So it did like this constant kind of like fake out of, and this one's a zombie. No, it's not. It's just a drunk guy. It's like, I know what's coming, but you got me. But yeah, so that was good. But so let's walk through a few of these then. So let's start with what I would consider to be one of the worst, and that is the World War Z. So the World War Z zombies are what I'd call like the running, chasing you down.
Those things are just World War Z. The fact that they use each other as a climbing thing to get up. Oh, nope.
Yeah. So World War Z and the I Am Legend, I kind of put them in the same bracket. There's a level of intelligence still there. They're like eating, destroying machines, but there's a level of kind of
I Am
cohesion.
Legend, technically zombie. Yeah,
I mean it's a disease
plague.
kind of. Yeah, it's like a plague thing. All right, well we keep it at World War Z. Zombies, the dead risen.
No, I am happy to go with the infected because there's a couple I've got which are technically not zombie. So yeah.
So in that situation, so you're sat at home, you've like seen a news broadcast and then all the power's gone, like the world's collapsing around you, but you've seen what's going on, like you know what's coming. You got a family there? What is your take? Like what is your kind of? Do you think to yourself, right? Well, we gotta try and get supply. Where's your mindset in that?
Yeah, if it's World War Z,
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Really?
Yeah, World War Z, I'm like, nah. That even I Am Legend, like they say, that level of intelligence, the speed, and everything else that they've got involved in that, I don't rate myself highly.
But it's not about so much as thinking to yourself, because this is where the interesting thing is. Like, it's not so much thinking, okay, I think I'm in trouble here. Like, this is going to be like a struggle to survive. But obviously, the family and everything. Like, you are dare I say, the stereotype here, the man, the protector of the family.
Yep.
I mean, what do you even, yeah, like, where do you even go with that?
Oh man. Yeah, it's a case of I would look out the window and I'd be like, well, we're in trouble.
I really hope your wife and kids don't listen to this. Like, I'm really worried for them in this kind of like.
This is one of those episodes I maybe won't let them listen to.
Yeah. Just this kind of.
Listen to the Harry Potter
like,
one. 600 people emailed. They loved that.
Yeah, yeah. Just the whole kind of like, well, we're screwed. We're all dead. I mean, I think like, where would be your? Because like your best chance of survival in that situation definitely would be in a group, wouldn't it? Like trying to get to people who are armed, try and get to like a military base. I don't know, like where is there?
Who can you trust?
But this is very early doors. Like this is kind of, this is kicking off. I think the trust issues come later.
Yeah, fair point. Fair point.
Like this is where we're the living, they're the dead. Holy crap. But yeah, you're right. Like, you could show up at a military base and they go, "Oh my God, you're infected." No, I'm not. Bang. So yeah.
But I'm not. Oh dear.
Yeah. Look at The Last of Us, and what happens in that. Like the military and everyone just starts killing everyone, to try and stop the spread.
Oh God, yeah.
We'll just drop a nuke on a few cities. That'll stop it. It'll be fine. Millions will die. Yeah, but millions will live. Didn't work. For me, the World War Z kind of scenario is the scariest. Like that is the one in all the infected zombie genre where you look at it and you think, like I look at it and I think I'm not that fast, so I couldn't outrun one. Like yeah. I'm not. I live in a country where guns are not everywhere, so I'm not about to be able to defend myself well from them. And also, again, not from a country where guns are really a thing, so I'm not that afraid. Like, again, one of the things I liked in early Walking Dead is they had to learn how to use guns. Like, other than Rick, the rest of them were kind of learning how to gun. Yeah. Like, it was 3 or 4 body shots before they finally hit the head, sort of thing. Yeah. And again, I liked that. That was a thing they all had to come to terms with and learn, and they got better and better, obviously, and then they realised, shit, there aren't that many bullets left, so they all started learning archery.
Yes.
Yeah, but, that's the way it goes. So then, again, defending yourself, what do you have here in the UK? Like, to hand, it's really melee weapons. It's, bats.
Yeah, mostly. It's going to be melee, isn't it? Like, you're getting real typical kind of, laughing at Shaun of the Dead sort of stuff, but it's going to be, oh, look, kids' cricket bat.
Well, it literally is, because that is what we got here. I mean, don't get me wrong. My father's a farmer. He has a small arsenal and a gun chest. Yeah. I would be heading to his place without a shadow of a doubt. But just in general in the UK, it's not going to be that simple. It's not going to be that easy. So yeah, like you, I think let's not go down the opt-out route, but from day.
But I could, yeah.
From day one, how long do you think you're lasting in that world?
World War Z.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this, day one is the very first people are starting to get a bit... Ooh.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so what day would be like full on, oh my God, it's a zombie apocalypse?
I mean,
I reckon about 3 days before.
I was about to say, we went from, we all need to stay in the houses to fights over a toilet roll in 24 hours. So I think 3 days is kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you think literally the earliest point you're out?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta be honest. In that situation, I don't think I'm going to be far different.
And it's going to be my kids' fault as well.
Yeah. You think they'll attract them?
Know it. One of the kids is going to do something stupid, and I'm going to end up getting bit.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I can see that, mate. Yeah. All right, so we're blaming the kids. You're going to die. So let's flip this over then to a kind of a very different zombie apocalypse, and that's the Walking Dead universe. In the Walking Dead universe, the zombies, by and large, there are variants, as we see later on, but few and far between. So if we treat it as the main walkers, they are the shuffling, not quite saying brains, but they're just shuffling around. They are just up and moving on pure instinct to eat. That's it. They don't have intelligence or anything like that. They herd, and that's kind of where they're at. They smell you, they sense you, they hear you, they're going to come for you, but they're not running after you, except for episode 1, season 1.
Yeah,
where
but
they
that
also,
one time where it opens a door or stops at the top of a lift.
yeah,
Apart from that,
where they also climb fences and run and all. Yeah. So season 1's scary, but that gradually changes. But if we work on the general, that's what it is. I think your mindset has to be different. I think your mindset would be, I can outrun them. Like, they don't run. I can outrun them. Okay, so that's a good start. Like, if I am in trouble, I can run away. The biggest issue would be then getting surrounded, like, getting caught in a hurt, because you're screwed.
Oh, Noah's death in the revolving doors. Oh,
mate, that was brutal. Yeah,
that is still one of the worst ones for me. Yeah,
I think what made it the worst is you added like a Glenn POV for it. Like, literally, it felt like you were the one in there watching it happen.
Yeah,
that was brutal. But so again, my thing on this is I used to think about this a lot when we used to podcast on The Walking Dead, and I've possibly told this story before, so apologies if I'm repeating myself, everybody. But I binge watched seasons 1 to 4 in like a week, and I was then having nightmares. I was like, and I started work at that point at like 6 a.m, and so I was arriving at my office. There's no one on this street. And I'm like, look, and it is like, and it felt like a scene from The Walking Dead, like just a deserted town.
See, I want to take the mickey out of you for this, but I binge watched the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones when we were podcasting that.
Yeah.
And I also had lots of very strange dreams about that, so I can understand how. Well,
sometimes I think when you watch when you binge watch a show like that, and it is that kind of genre, I don't recommend it. Like, I have a vivid imagination and I'm a bit of a wimp, I know that, but so that it proper messed me up. But what I did was I was like kind of walking in my office. I'd be like, okay, so some walkers come around a corner, that's my exit, that's where I go. Like, I've kind of thought it through. Like, okay,
amazing. Yeah.
If this happens while I'm at work, I know where I'm going, I know what I'm doing, I know where all the supplies are. Like, there's a chemist on this road, that's first place I'm going to stock up on everything. Like, so I genuinely, for that universe, can talk you through right now. I have a plan, all based around where I live, which I'm not going to give out names because that could be bad for me.
Yeah.
But near where I live, and when I say near, I'm talking, I can see it from my garden near, and it's 10-minute drive, 20-minute walk.
Okay.
There is an old castle. This is a working, been fully restored for tourism castle with a moat, battlements all around the moat, and a working drawbridge, which they bring up and down at the end and start of every day.
Okay.
Within the area of that, there is a market town. In that market town, there is loads of sporting goods stuff, because like local equestrian centres and things. There's also a load of stables, and there's also a load of there's like a chemist. There's all sorts in this market town. So my plan has always been, and this is fully mapped out, I would, obviously I didn't like my family and stuff, like, because I need to call my dad because he's the one with all the guns. I would then head there to this market town. I would raid every store that's there. I'd take the horses from the equestrian center, everything, and go up to this castle, literally take it. I will murder anyone in my way if I have to, and I will take it. It will become Sam's castle. I will have a working moat and drawbridge and everything, and I will get in there, secure it, and that will be home. That will be my zombie apocalypse fortress, and people would literally have to go medieval on my ass to get anywhere near me.
I love the fact you've got that much detail in it.
Oh, mate, I can even go further, because in there, in the courtyard, they've got flower beds. So you could just rip them out and turn that into a vegetable garden.
Perfect.
And all of the seeds and everything from that you take from the garden centre, which is just down the road. Like, I literally have this mapped out. Like, I have this planned. I am ready for that kind of apocalypse. I'm all set.
Yeah, it does sound like you have that very well planned.
And I feel kind of good about it. Like, I feel confident in that. Like, I would contact you, like, it's day one, right? Day one's kicking off. I'm like, mate, by day 3, we're not going to be able to contact each other. Put the family in the car, drive here, come stay at my castle.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds doable to me.
Yeah. So anyway, that's me. Like, I actually feel confident in that set. I feel like I'd thrive. I'd be a son of a bitch. I'd be Negan / governor without a shadow of a doubt more than I would be Rick.
Okay.
But
if that was the World War Z zombies...
Well, I wouldn't get there because they'd hunt me. Like, I can't run from them.
No.
So like, I'd head to that road and be like, okay, time to hit the chemist, dead. Okay. You know, like, there's no... Whereas they'd be meandering around, then I'd be okay. Just smash this one in the head with an ice pick. Move away from this one. Oh, you're meandering after me? No problem. I'll just walk a little quicker. Like, I feel confident in that. I mean, obviously, if you get herded, you're fucked. But I'd feel confident in that setting more so than the other. Because in theory, if you get to that castle, then it doesn't matter if it's World War Z. But they'd also climb over each other into the moat, climb your walls. So you'd need, like, severe weaponry to stay safe. And yeah, there's just no winning that. So yeah, I'm going to stand by...
Yeah,
the Walking Dead world,
I put the World War Z zombies close to the ones that are infected with rage from 28 Days Later.
Yeah, I've never ever seen that.
28 Days, incredible.
Yeah,
I think they then did like 28 weeks, and now they've just done 28 years. And someone I know who saw 28 years said it was really disappointing.
Yeah, there's a lot of very mixed reviews on that.
But 28 Days Later was an incredible film.
But on the Walking Dead universe then, in that setting, I've told you, I have a plan, I feel good. What about you? You know, you're on day one of that, you know what's coming, you've seen it on the news, you're like, meandering, shuffling zombies.
Okay, so, the Walking Dead universe, I give myself a decent chance.
Yep.
Again, I'm still going to die because one of my children is going to do something stupid. And I'm going to do that bit. But
why are you so convinced the kids are going to kill you?
You know my children.
Yeah, fair point.
You know my children. One of them's going to do something stupid, and I'm going to get killed. However, I rate my chances fairly well.
Yeah,
on that one.
Yeah, I think so. I don't see any reason why not. Good upper body strength, mate. You could take a good few out.
I reckon so.
Yeah. What would be your, again, in that universe, your zombie killing weapon of choice, do you think?
Ooh. I want to go like, bow and arrow. And I have got a decent bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, zombie skull piercing level.
Yeah.
So it would probably be something quite boring like a crowbar.
A crowbar? I mean, I'd stick with the medieval theme.
I mean, even the crowbar, I'm thinking to myself, I'm getting a bit close.
Yeah, so like, I'm of the theory that if at some point you're going to end up in close quarters because that's just the nature of it.
I'm a badass. I'm going with nothing but a pocket knife. Ugh.
Yeah, so you're gonna need a decent knife on your belt, so to speak. You're gonna need that definitely. I think I'd like to have one of the a mace, like a proper skull crushing mace. Because
what are the balls that were on chains, like the spiked balls on chains?
Yeah, the thing with that though is you got to do the swinging and everything like that. Whereas you got the mace, it's literally just a solid bit of metal. The end of it's just been turned into a killing machine, and you just like absolutely lever people with it. Yeah. Now the thing with that, like any bat or anything like that, or sword or anything like that, is like it's the swing. So like you swing it, hit someone, but then you're kind of after the swing, you're kind of gets a bit stuck in the skull. Oh no, what's going on?
A mace just bounces off and causes carnage.
Yeah, exactly. That could be a bit mental. Now, you did say that about a spear a minute ago, but a halberd would be quite good. You ever see like the beefeaters in London? They carry halberds. Now
yes.
It's like a really like an axe but long.
Way you said that then just reminded me of Ned from Spider-Man.
Okay, halberd. It's a halberd. Because you could proper, like, you at distance do some good killing, spiking on the end, but also you could, like, no one near you is just the dead. You could swing that and, like, take several heads off all at once.
Yeah, you could.
So yeah, that's. I think a halberd would be an awesome weapon. I don't think I'm big enough for a halberd though. I think you need to be a 6'4" plus Jerry style.
Jerry with one would be badass. Yeah.
I think for me, 5'10", I'm going to need my mace, my knife.
Can I choose a grizzly bear? I feel like a grizzly bear would do quite well.
No, because you can't communicate to the grizzly bear he's your friend.
I wouldn't need friends. I'd have a grizzly bear. So what about?
Despite The Walking Dead telling us that a tiger will attach itself to a human and protect him at all times, I still think it's far more likely the tiger will get hungry and eat that human at any moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, a grizzly bear. Like, hey, buddy.
Just be badass.
Yeah, but to be fair, in the latest season of Dead City, there is a bear in Central Park which rips through the dead like you wouldn't believe, which is pretty cool visual.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, I think in that scenario, I think we're kind of holding up. Now, I've got one final one, if you don't mind, before we wrap.
Go on.
Because this is an interesting one. Now, you said you've been watching Marvel Zombies. Now, that Zombies in Marvel is very different. Because not only are they smart enough to, like, run and do things, like, when they've turned, they retain whatever abilities they have. So, like, zombie Iron Man is still flying around as Iron Man. Like, he still can use his suit and everything. And zombie Cap is still all the skill set of Cap and things.
Even though he's cut in half.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of crazy.
That universe, I got no chance.
No, like, I literally look at that and just thought to myself, that is like World War Z on steroids, isn't it? Like,
yeah. World War Z, running fast, like zombies at you that are semi-intelligent. This one, Hawkeye, still has a bow and arrow.
Literally, not only is it a zombie trying to kill you, it is a zombie trying to kill you with advanced techniques in weaponry and warfare. Like, you know, like a load of army soldiers get taken out, so all of a sudden you've got like Delta Force hunting you down as zombies. Mate, that one, I'm telling you, I'm opting out.
Yeah, I am finding a way. Yeah.
That one, I think, more so than World War Z, where I might think to myself, maybe I can do it. No, I was wrong. On this one, I am just sitting there going, okay, yeah, this isn't for me.
Give me a list of Avengers that have gone so far.
Yep,
I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to cure that. There's no coming back. So, I hope everyone listening themselves aren't just laughing at me having such a detailed zombie apocalypse plan. I'd like to know if anyone else listening, and come on, be honest, have got something in mind. Or even if it's not gone into the level of mind, but has a kind of, yeah, I thought about it, you know, and I do this or I do that. Like, I've I've gone as far as knowing the castle I'm talking about has its own spring well, so you'd have water all the time. Like, I know this. Like, I have this mapped out.
Love that. I'm now trying to just think in my head of what other sort of movies. How long? I mean, like Mars Attacks. I think I've got a good chance against those aliens because they were stupid.
You just got to play a really, really screechy song at them and their heads explode.
That's the one.
Yeah.
What else we got?
Yeah.
War of the Worlds, that sort of stuff. I'm like,
I mean, I think that kind of stuff, I mean, I'd just try and hide. Like,
it would be, wouldn't it? Just
but
like, I'm
Alien
hiding,
Invasion
I'm done.
is very different to zombies. And this is a Halloween special, so...
This is true. Have you ever seen the film Dog Soldiers?
No.
That's a good film. It's done as a dark comedy. It's a werewolf movie.
Okay.
And okay, spoiler alert, but this will kind of show you the kind of movie like it is, yeah?
Yeah.
So the very end scene of the movie is a newspaper article.
Okay.
And it is Werewolves Ate My Platoon.
Right.
And next to it was England 5, Germany 1.
Brilliant. Yeah.
You know, it's that sort of the two most unbelievable stories ever on the back of a newspaper.
Although I actually watched England beat Germany 5-1, so now I'm nervous of werewolves eating platoons.
Oh, there you go. But it is a proper dark comedy. But I always looked at that, I was like, yeah, werewolves, they would get me.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm, you know, I'd definitely be Scooby-Doo'd. I'd be gone. There'd be no way. But yeah, right, that is our show. That is the Halloween special. Get in touch. Let us know if you've got zombie apocalypse plans. Let us know how you think.
How
you survive.
detailed are your getaway plans?
Yeah, because I want additional ideas here, people. You know, I feel like I've got a pretty solid plan, but I'm now really nervous as well. Like, people are also thinking, take the castle, okay. And if people are listening that live near me, they might be like, you know, all about the castle. But yeah,
they're now thinking, do you know what? He's right.
Yeah. Maybe I ought to delete this podcast.
See, I live near Lincoln. There's got to be some good stuff around this area.
Well, you've put it out there now. Other people around that area are going to be like, me first, boyo. Anyway, that is our show. Get in touch. You can get in touch via all the socials. Sam at stuffandthangspodcast.com via the email. You can get in touch via the podcast apps, as so many of you do. Thank you for that. We will be back next week. Next week's show is episode 15, I believe. And the title of our discussion next week is Animation, but Not for Kids. Until next time, everybody, I'll say goodbye, and I'm going to leave you now with Stefan with his final thought.
When we yawn, do deaf people just think we're screaming for help?
Thank you. And remember, be safe out there. I see you.